Thank you. Well, real accountability in the Senate is stop defending entitlements and start defending the taxpayer like the New Democrats. Because when Mike Duffy became senator, he signed a form that said his primary residence was not in Ottawa, but was a cottage in Prince Edward Island. And now that he's being forced to pay back $40,000 or $100,000 because he got caught out, he says the story's over. Now, this is what Conservatives tell unemployed Canadians. Quote, if you misrepresent the facts to make a false claim, you are committing fraud and may be prosecuted. So will the government hold senators who break the rules to the same standards that they're holding unemployed Canadians to?
The Honourable Government House Leader.
Mr. Speaker, as I've said several times, we have committed to ensuring that all expenses are appropriate and that the rules governing those expenses are appropriate. In the case of Senator Duffy, he clearly maintains a residence in the province and has deep roots in that province. The difficulty, though, with the NDP is they come here talking about changing the Senate in meaningful ways. We have a proposal to do it. They have none. They continue to have none. In fact, the member for Timmins, James Bay, said when asked what the NDP would do about the Senate last week, he says, I can't say what the NDP leader will do after the next election. They have no plan, and they won't tell Canadians what they will do.
The Honourable Member for Timmins, James Bay.
Oh, poor Canada. They promised Canadians one thing, that they would bring accountability to the Senate. What did we get? We got Mike Duffy and Patrick Brazo. Thanks, Mr. Prime Minister. You know, Article 23 of the BNA Act states a senator shall be a resident in the province for which they are appointed. It doesn't say they'll have a cottage there. Now, clearly Mr. Duffy doesn't meet this requirement, but apparently neither does Senator Pam Wallin of Palmerston Boulevard. We're talking about the Constitution Act here. If these senators falsified their residency claims, what steps will this government take to hold them to account and to get taxpayers their money back? That is real accountability. That's real Senate reform.
The Honourable Government House Leader.
Mr. Speaker, clearly we are committed to ensuring all expenses are appropriate. But when you want to talk about real accountability goes farther. Real accountability means you believe. Real accountability is...
Order. Order. The Honourable Government House Leader has the floor.
Real accountability means you're going to allow Canadians to choose who represents them in the Senate. That is the proposal from this government. That is the proposal opposed by the NDP. The NDP, who their own ethics commissioner who asked that question, just said can't say what they would do about the Senate after the next election. They have no plan. We have a plan for real accountability and real democracy in the Senate. Let's all get behind it.